Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. So what I have here today is the 2024 Volvo XC40 P8 Recharge Twin. So I already did the coupe version of it, the C40 Recharge, last year. So check that out on my channel. It's about time that I give this a little bit more screen time. But first, I would like to thank everyone here at Volvo Cars Makati for inviting me for this test drive event for the weekend. And of course, I would not pass the opportunity of shooting another Volvo. Basically, this XC40 is pretty much the same like with the C40, but this XC40, like that of the combustion engine counterparts, the body style is technically the same. However, though, being now the EV version, you don't get an opening for the grille here anymore. This is just body color. And I noticed, no, having seen this now back to back, the C40 behind the camera gets a body colored roof like on the sides, but if you avail for the XC40, it's a two-tone blacked out roof, and there's more Recharge logos now on either side of the C pillar. Same Thor LED lights over here, and on the side profile, two more than that like of the XC40 combustion engine counterpart, and as well like that of the C40. These are running on Pirelli P0s, running on 235, 50, and 19-inch wheels. Now, powering this Volvo XC40 P8 Recharge Twin is an 82 kilowatt battery that produces a total of 408 horsepower and 670 Newton meters of torque. Top speed of this is limited to 180 kilometers per hour, and 0 to 100 kilometer per hour time is done in 4.8 seconds. So, 0.1 of a second slower than that of the C40 because of the shape of this. This is more boxier than the coupe-ish of the C40 itself. And being an EV, of course, the motors are under and the batteries in the middle part of this car, and another, of course, motor at the rear, since this is the all-wheel drive version and originally designed as a combustion engine. So underneath this, there's little extra space, so as a front boot itself. Now here at the rear of the XC40 Recharge Twin. So this is where it gets a lot more different, of course, compared to that of the C40. This one is the traditional XC40 design and with the signature taillights as well. Recharge Twin badge over here. And pretty much the same. So the boot space is way bigger than that of the C40 for obvious reasons. Now here in the interior of this Volvo XC40 Recharge, here the door card pretty much similar like with the C40, and these have Harman Kardon sound system all around. I really wish I can let you guys hear it, but for copyright reasons, I'm not able to demo it. But if you want to test drive it here, you can check out these guys here at Volvo Cars Makati. So, yeah, everything here in the interior, the design language, it's pretty much similar with the C40. Steering wheel, pretty much the same as well, with your cruise control functions and tilt and telescopic for the steering wheel, which is very handy. Instrument cluster buttons and for your voice command buttons as well here for the right side. And what I love with these vehicles, even with the C40, these have eco-friendly materials throughout the dashboards. What I remember, these have recycled materials, which is again being themed with an electric vehicle. And what I like too is the seats. Pretty much similar like with the C40. It's kind of mixed with leather and with Alcantara materials. And signature, you get the Swedish flag logo once again. You have a fully digital instrument cluster that can display your maps in the middle, and of course seeing the battery capacity and the range along to how much consumption you are doing. And for this infotainment system, similar yet again with the C40, they're pretty much the same. If you want to see your car status and then more of your driving amenities, features, the lot, everything is pretty much complete for this vehicle at this price point too. Of course, electric vehicles tend to be more premium than usual, but for this Volvo, it is literally perfect. I have no complaints with all of the features. And two, you get Apple CarPlay only and a Google Map system. More on that once we do the test drive of this later on. Further down, you get some of your heating controls, and for your tuning knob, your volume knob. Further down, you get a 12-volt socket, two USB-C ports, one for phone connectivity and one for charging, a wireless charging pad just down below, and ambient lights throughout for the wireless charging pad and for your feet, even here for the pedals itself. Gear shift, pretty conventional, along to with two cup holders, and I like it's a see-through kind of thing, so feels a little bit more sportier or race car-esque than usual. Another signature of Volvo here, open the center console box up, pretty decent amount of space. You have a removable trash can, or you can make this act as an ashtray if needed. But personally, like what I said in the C40, I think I'll just use that as extra storage because I don't want to keep cleaning this if this is full of filth. And glove box here. Okay, pretty decent, but at least you have a separate space for your manual. There's even an LED light inside. Now, what's intrigued me specifically with the XC40, you can option something in here unlike that of the C40. So above here, you have your usual LED lights. The C40 didn't have a cover itself, but for this XC40, you can avail it here as an option only. So take note of that. Visor, you get a vanity mirror with LED lights. I wonder if these guys extend. No, but it's fine. Of course, one of the best sun visors I've ever held. Now here at the rear of this XC40, now this is where you can see the drastic changes in terms of space for your headroom. Look at that. This was not applicable with the C40. I think it was like half or even less than half in terms of the headroom itself. This is why I believe the XC40 will excel because of the space here. Of course, with the knee and feet room, it's pretty much the same. It's actually pretty good. This is not even my driving position. Here in the door card, pretty much the same like the ones in front. Again, with your speakers. And I love that door stud. Wait, listen to this. One of the thickest door studs I've ever heard so far. Take note. And the seat quality here, pretty much the same. A bit of the Alcantara here for the middle and leather on the outer layers. And then you get 2 air conditioning vents and 2 USB ports. How about that? I'm a USB-C user now, which is nice. If I sit here in the middle, yeah, despite being an EV, you have a transmission tunnel. But, I mean, if I sit here in the middle, still pretty good. I mean, the transmission tunnel is pretty narrow and I don't see any effect for my feet. I still sit comfortably here. Of course, the back will be a little bit stiffer because you have a central armrest with 2 cup holders with flimsy grips on it. And of course, unlike with the XC40, if you fold these seats down, of course, it will be much more spacious than that of the C40. And you get 2 net storages here on either side. Above here, you get LED lights and the extra coat hanger if needed. So here, finally driving the XC40 P8 Recharge. And first thing I noticed, thank you to sir here who assisted me today. There is no Android Auto officially, but you can activate it using your Google account if you press the map icons, and yeah, that's pretty much it. And you can control everything using voice command. So as an Android user myself, yeah, that's pretty handy for me. But of course, you have Apple CarPlay, you won't have any issues whatsoever. And of course, being XC40, like with the C40, yeah, I won't gun it that much because, well, just find out how fast this really is. So just check out my C40 review. That, and as well to those cars, well, including this one, almost became my car of the year. This is how good these Volvo vehicles are. Remember, we came from the diesel, as I reviewed way back in the day, the XC60 diesel of my very good friend. Now here, fully transitioning to EV. Volvo have nailed everything with this vehicle. I mean, if you're just cruising here in city, not honing it as much as like what I do, it's a very quiet, comfortable cruiser. And having, despite as I mentioned earlier, having wide tires at 235, not much tire noise translating in here into the cabin. Very good what Volvo have done with the NVH, and the ride comfort as well is pretty good. And I was able to demo this now too. You have the 360-degree camera, very nice resolution and all that. Yeah, that's what I like to with the Volvo, with this Volvo, comparing with its European counterparts. Yeah, everything in here, the system is all flawless. There's no like glitches and all that. And here for your instrument cluster, very simple setup. And I forgot all of the the driving modes, but I don't think you need to touch it anyway because you can just turn this car like a 60 race car if needed only. So here, one demo only, and let's try it. Oh my god. Whee! Right, 670 Newton meters on the top. It's pretty much insane. But that's what I like about this Volvo. It kind of flies under the radar because you don't expect a Volvo to perform this quickly. Yeah, it's what I would say sleeper mobile in a way. So with the performance of this, that even rivals that of what supercars that I've driven recently too. Yeah, there's no better bang for the buck. What performance car? Even though this is like a just an electric crossover. Well, just yeah, it's the most unexpected crossover I've drive this year. I mean, 9 kilometers per hour, and then holy sh. Right, you can hit the national speed limit in no time. And remember the aerodynamics of the C40. So this is just zero point 0.1 of a second slower than that of the C40. But hey, it's just 0.1. You still get the same amount of thrills and excitement that you get in any of the electric 40 models. So remember as well, for the cost of all of this one's a little bit, well, in a way, more affordable than the C40. So this one stands at 4,190,000 pesos. So of course, if you want to avail discounts, head on over here at Volvo Cars Makati if you want to check out the latest vehicles, and not just with this XC40 and other models as well, like with the XC90. And as of Volvo itself, usually I never considered this brand. However, having driven this again, along to with my beloved C40, yeah, I see no better electric vehicle out there. I mean, you got the range. Yes, this is just like 11 kilometers less, if not mistaken, compared with the C40, again with the aerodynamic magic and all that. But 537 kilometers of range. This is literally a perfect EV. And if you don't want the range and you just want to play around, floor it like that, oh my gosh! And being the benefit of all-wheel drive in case what? Now is a rainy season kind of, by the time I've shot this, yeah, you'll be definitely be safe in this XC40. And remember, Volvo is the #1 car brand in terms of safety. This is the other selling point of this car to me if I were to buy one. So that concludes my test drive review of this XC40 Recharge. So again, I would like to thank everyone here at Volvo Cars Makati for making this review possible. And it's up to you if you want a sleek SUV like with the C40, or if you want the normal conventional crossover, check this XC40 out. So hope you guys like and subscribe, and I will see you with more future car reviews and more electric car reviews as well. Bye bye.